Hey everybody, I'm back with another of my delightful little beer reviews. Everybody seemed to kind of like the last one, so I figured I'd do another one. I figured I'd put this one directly up on YouTube because it'd make it a whole lot easier for us than me trying to put it on Facebook, and then if I ever want to move it somewhere else, it's really pretty hard to do that. So I figured I would try it this way. Today I got some Parker County peach. Their sour peach that they did. It's kind of an interesting little story behind the Parker County peach. So I didn't know this. The reason why it's called Parker County peach. Parker County is the county seat for the county seat of Parker County is Weatherford, Texas, right up the road. And once a year they do a peach festival. Very big deal. It's the second Saturday of July, so it would have been just a couple weeks ago. Unfortunately, they had to cancel it because, COVID. So they couldn't have the Parker County Peach Festival. It's okay. The 36th annual one will be next year. They're going to do another big thing. Dominoes tournament, live music. It actually seems like a pretty cool little thing. My wife's from Mineral Wells, so I'm going to have to go up there and check it out. But enough about that. So last year, I got to try the Parker County Peach, which was just their fruit beer offering. This one is a sour fruit beer. Now it says sour peach beer, but the peach beer that it started with was a fruit beer. So this is a soured fruit beer. I'm kind of a nerd, so I typed up some notes about a couple of things that I thought was kind of interesting, and I wanted to kind of share those with you. So what I thought was pretty cool about this is that they're both exactly the same alcohol content, 5.2%. It's 20 IBUs for the real nerds out there, and that's just the bitterness of the beer. They use Columbia hops for the bittering on the fruit beer side. It's really not, from what I remember, the original was not a very bitter beer at all. It was a nice, smooth, sweet flavor to it. Truth be known, I'm not a huge peach flavor in the first place. I don't love peach schnapps. I'm not a particularly huge fan of peach cobbler. It's just not really my thing. I did really like the last one. I just felt like it was really peach. There was just a lot going on. Even in Martin House's notes, they describe it as saying, we add 1 million peaches to make this brew the perfect summertime treat. Well, okay, that's great, but maybe like 750,000 would have done. Like, I get the million's a joke, but I think that's probably where I would have cut that off a little bit. 2017 is when the first one actually came out. I didn't get to try it until the second iteration, which was, like I said, 2018, 2019. I did mention they used the Columbus hops, which I think is a nice addition to it. Columbus isn't really overpowering. It's just nice. It's there for the bitterness that you need. It's not overtly there for blowing out all the flavors, so you can still protect the rest of it. One thing that I wanted to point out that I thought was fun about it is, so it's a fruit beer, and so most people don't understand the difference because there's a lot going on there. The original one was a fruit beer, so let's talk about that, and then we'll talk about the sour addition to it for this particular limited edition. So a fruit beer is like a lambic, or if you used raspberries, it would be drawing a complete brain fart here, a framboise, right? So you could have a lambic, or all lambics, you use with cherries, it's a carrot, or you could do a framboise with raspberries. It's just different styles of lambics, but they're all lambics. And all lambics are top fermentation beers. And all that means is that when they add the yeast for fermentation, that fermentation happens from the top down instead of from the bottom up. And that just kind of has a different flavor profile. What's cool, though, is that they literally add fruit. You can add whole fruit, fruit puree, diced fruit. You can add all kinds of fruit to it, but it's when you add it is what makes it really important. I'm a huge fan of shandies and radlers. Well, those have fruit juice added to it, but it's added after the fermentation process has taken place. So those are shandies or radlers. They're not fruit beers. Fruit beer, by definition, it has to be added in before that final fermentation stage. And that's what gives it that unique fruit flavor. It's also why the fruit is usually more subtle. Shandies, Radlers, it's all in your face. It's basically like an Arnold Palmer beer, right? So it's got a lot of a lemon taste to it, or cherries, or whatever fruit they decide to use as it. Shandies is UK, Radlers are German. I think I talked about that in my other video, but anyway, so that's kind of a fun thing. So then, what's the big deal about a sour, right? So it's a sour and a fruit beer. It's not a sour fruit beer. It's the two processes being kind of melded together. So where it gets fun is that sours are, to be specific, they're badly made beers, because the whole part of making a beer is to be like super controlling. You don't want wild yeast to get into your beer, because wild yeast gives a off flavor. You get these weird bacteria, and the bacteria gives it a sour taste. So when you're making a sour, you're really intentionally allowing that bacterial growth in a controlled manner. So that's why I jokingly say it's a badly made beer. The whole point of beer is to make it without that. That said, I like sours. I'm a big fan of Gozas, which it's in the sour family, but it's just kind of a little different take on it. I'm excited about this. I actually had a friend of mine tell me that he tried it today, which I thought was funny because I was planning on trying this today, so we're already like synced up. I'm excited. Like I said, 5.2%, really nice, smooth. That was one thing I want to point out. Another style of sour that I think people kind of forget about, other than Gozas, is Flanders red ales. That's another sour. And you don't think about it, but if you pour Flanders in a glass, it really kind of resembles a lambic, but it doesn't taste like it. It's got its own little thing, and that comes from that bacterial growth. So I think that was pretty much like everything I wanted to cover. That's pretty much it. Let's drink a beer. That sound good to you? I think that sounds good to me. All right. So another fun little thing, right? So we have our pint glass. We don't always are gonna have like the pint glass from the company. Please, if anybody wants to send me a pint glass, send me a beer to try, send both, even better. I don't like the idea of anybody sponsoring a video, because the whole point of this is it's my honest review of the beer. I actually did not pay for this one, so I can't say how much this one cost, and I can't say if it's going to be worth it. Every beer is worth trying, but I'll tell you if I would go looking for more. How about that? All right, so a couple little taps, give it the little twist, admire the can art. That's half the fun. It is really pretty can art. They do a really great job up there. Okay. Yeah, you get the sour. You get that kind of off. It's an off flavor to it. Give it a little slurp here. Really want to get that nice, beautiful color to it. Another thing you can do if you really want to open up a beer, take that can, you take it on the counter and you swirl it. You really make sure you're getting all of that carbonation out. You want to make sure you break it, really get you a nice, well-established head on this beer, because that head is really what's capping it. It's holding in all those flavors, so when we take a drink, we're getting under it. It's going to hit our palate all at once. Otherwise, you get it up here and you're going to get those Coca-Cola bubbles tickling your upper lip. It's not what we want. Pour that in. Boom. Definitely delightful. Color is beautiful. Champagne, slightly cloudy, a little bit like an apple juice. I like it. I like the bubbles. I remember this from the last time I had it. It's got this nice kind of soapy head to it. It's not thick, but it is a nice little soapy head, kind of caps it in. Definitely get the sour on it. I'm not smelling the peach. I remember last time that it was just like a peach candle, like I had my face in a kitchen full of peach cobbler. Not getting that this time at all, so. Cheers. Oh, that's good. That's really good. That is not at all what I remember from last year. The original Parker County peach was all peach. There was very little. Oh, I like that. It's very nice. It's dry on the front end of your palate, but then it's very light as it goes down. It's not. Yeah, and I get the sour side of it, but it's like sour candy. It's not. In fact, I think my friend had told me, he said it tastes like those Peachos. Is exactly what it is. It's like a what's the other ones? Not just Peacho candies. The Sour Patch Kids. It's a sweetness. The peach really comes through in the sweet, not so much in the flavor, but it finishes on that nice little sour note. That's really well done, Martin House. Well done. I enjoy that. I mean, like I said, I started this out by saying I'm not a huge peach fan, and here I am just thoroughly enjoying this. Delicious. Almost a cider drinkability to it. It's just so light. I mean, it's thirst quenching because of the sour side of it. Just delicious. Again, I apologize. I don't know how much a 6-pack of this is going for. It's limited edition. I know I saw this at HEB, so it's out there. You can find it. Of course, you can always swing up to Martin House and pick up some directly from them. Thank you, Texas, for finally letting us buy beer directly from the brewers. Since most grocery stores never want to carry it, we can always go straight to the bar now, or straight to the brewer and get it. So I like that. And especially right now, all the bars are closed anyway. So the only way to get some of this stuff is going to be going straight to them. But don't be those guys. If you're going up to pick up beer, hit up your friends. Find out what they need. Bring beer back for them too. We got to all look out for each other right now. And this is how you do it, with a nice glass. I really am enjoying this. I would totally go buy another 6-pack of this and enjoy it. I think my wife would really enjoy it too. It's just thick enough that I'm enjoying it as a beer. It's just light enough that I think anybody that's not a real heavy beer drinker would enjoy it. It's just very good. I love the sour side of it. Gets in your gums just a little bit. That kind of like sides of the tongue, that's where those sour receptors are. It's very good. Guys, I gotta tell you, go out, try this. Limited edition, so I don't know how long they're gonna have it. Of course, it comes out this time of the year because of the Parker County Peach Festival, like we said. So worst case scenario, you'll have to wait till next year, but it's okay because 2020 hasn't been great for festivals anyway. So go pick you up a 6-pack of this while you can, and stay thirsty. I'm gonna go sit on the couch and finish this beer. Thank you for joining me.